Good morning, America. This is Scott in the Shot coming live from Gridley, California. I just got done watching this meeting with Zelensky and Trump, and let me take a shot of the Kraken because it got cracking in that meeting. Let me tell you how I feel about it. Let's do our shot. The Scott in the Shot. Yeah, baby. All right. You know, people, what's happening right now is what you see when you know why Donald Trump did this live for the people to see, because for so many years, especially since Biden was in office, and even when Trump was first elected to the presidency, all this tension coming from Europe and all that is because it's our fault. And I'm going to tell you why. It's the Democrats' fault. You know, for so many years, for decades now, the Europeans haven't been paying their fair share in NATO. So where's NATO at in this whole conflict over in Europe? Where is NATO? I mean, the Ukraine is in Europe. Okay. So that being said, this is what happens when you allow countries to take advantage of us for so many damn decades. They don't pay their fair share. Everybody's used to their hand being out taken from the United States. It's like with trade, free trade they call it. Well, it's free for them to come over here, but it's not free for us to go over there. So that's not really free trade. It's not reciprocal. So how did that term ever? That's a term that they started to make you think that it's free for both sides when it's not. That's America taking the blunt of all of our trade deals. We get screwed. That's part of it. That's part of what's really going on here. And then you got for 8 straight years, all 4 years Donald Trump was in office, and the 4 years Biden was in office, Russia. Donald, like I said it in my podcast for a year now. Putin's over there going, I never even met the guy. So we got the reason why this world is in tension right now is because the United States Democratic Party, it has fueled this hatred towards Russia. Like I said before, people, when you lie about the Russia hoax, 4 fucking years we've been hearing the Democrats lie about Russia being involved, including with Donald Trump. Russia's over there chomping at the bit, going, God, I wish they just stop talking that lies. I mean, then you got the Hunter laptop. Oh, 51 lying intel agents of this country, Democrats. Oh, it's Russia disinformation. No, it wasn't. And they knew it wasn't Russia disinformation. Our country, the Democratic Party in this country, has been sowing hatred towards Russia. We're lucky we're not in a world war right now. Do you people really want a world war over the Ukrainians? Over the Democratic Party being stupid, as dumb as a rock, starting off with Hillary Clinton, Adam Schiff, Schumer, all those pieces of shit. We're going to get in world war over it? And here's what's up. Zelensky's lucky that we're even back in their ass. I mean, I don't give 3 shits about the Ukrainians. They used to be part of Russia anyway. I mean, they don't have the manpower to win Russia. Russia would have took them over a long time ago if it wasn't for the threat of the United States getting involved. So Donald Trump wants to make a deal. Let's stop this fucking the killing. But Zelensky wants to keep fighting with what? Ultimately, what the Ukrainians want is they want America to put our troops over there and fight that war for them. I mean, because they don't have it, they're not powerful enough to win against Russia. That is ultimately what they want. They want protection guarantees. You know what the word protection guarantee means? It means the United States getting involved with our young men and women. That's not going to happen. Not for the Ukrainians. And if Europe's got a problem with it, they can put their fucking troops on the border there and fight Russia. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what good is NATO if NATO should have already been over there telling Russia to stop? All the money, all the billions and trillions of dollars we've been putting into NATO, and these other countries over there not paying their fair share. I mean, the Democrats love that word, paying your fair share. But that only means for Americans. It doesn't mean for the rest of the world. It's like that free trade thing. When it's not free, it's free for them, but not for us. I am tired of the American people putting money out to all these countries for all the weird transgender shit, but to save their ass. Look it up. England, the Swiss, they're really rich over there. They could have a bigger military, but no, they're so used to our country paying for everything. And I'm tired of it. Aren't you tired of it? I mean, we got people living in the streets in our country right now. We got crime on the, going wild. We got an invasion on our southern border and the northern border, thanks to the Democratic Party and Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton and Schumer and Schiff and you know what I'm saying. So I love seeing what I'm seeing with Donald Trump. You know what? And maybe they're saying they shouldn't have done this in the public view. Well, you know what? You know why I like it? Because at least we're seeing the truth. Everything's always hidden from us. Everything's always a lie. They tell us a lie. Well, like they work for us, and then we get lied to. I mean, what is up with that? I like seeing this kind of diplomacy. I want to see our president standing up for America. If this was Joe Biden in office, you wouldn't have saw none of it. They would have came out and said some little song and dance to make us all feel warm and cozy inside. But it would all be a lie because that wasn't what was said behind the scenes. And people, that is crazy. All the problems that we're having in this country right now, all the problems we're having in the world right now was from democratic weakness on the world stage and weakness in our own country. And that is a fact. I mean, that is why I started my podcast. And I don't care who watches it. I don't care if they like the way I say it. But that is what, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what the fuck is going on. And that is these people being stupid. The Democratic Party is a party of racist, fucking all the things you say about us, misogynist. They don't give three shits about none of you transgenders. They don't give three shits about none of the American people. All they want is ultimate power. And what does that power come with? Weakness. Weakness. If we allow these Democrats to ever come into office again, they're going to sell off our country and we will be taken over because they just want power. They would gladly sell us out to China and to Russia as long as they get a deal with them to stay in power and to run this country under their leadership. Not the Democrats, the commies. People, there are different forms of government in the world. Not all of them are democratic or republic like ours. But we still have to get along with these people. We have to try to come to terms with they have their own way of life. And it doesn't have to be, we don't have to like it. I don't even like how my neighbor lives. But yet I got to deal with it. I don't even like the neighbor that's next to me right now. I don't like that person. But yet I got to deal with it. That is what diplomacy is. You're not always going to like your neighbor, but you don't want to go out there and start fucking shooting at each other. I mean, so you come to terms with each other and you stay on your side, I stay on my side, or you kind of be cordial with each other, but you don't let it get past that even though you don't like each other. That's what Donald Trump's trying to accomplish. And we don't know if it'll work. We don't know if there's going to be a World War III, then we'll let them decide it. We'll let them make the first move, and then we'll get involved. But with the Democrats set all this country up for failure. Ask them why somebody asked the Democrats, why are you trying to tank this country? You know, this transgender thing is a 1% of our population, and they're trying to shove it down our throats. Then they wonder why the country's so divided. They want it divided. They want us being divided so they can enact martial law and take our country over, the Democrats, because I think they're all a bunch of commies. That's how I look at it, people. Donald Trump's trying to be a diplomat and work out a deal with somebody who's technically our enemy. But why are they our enemy? Why do they have to be our enemy? You know why? You know why there's enemies in the world with each other when it comes to these countries? Because everybody's talking shit and being stupid. Like the Democratic Party with that fucking Russia hoax. 4 fucking years I had to listen to that shit, and everybody knew it was a lie. But you got every Democratic politician on the stage crying, Russia, 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 Donald Trump, and knowing it was a fucking lie. They knew it was a lie. It's been proven it was a lie. And that's how you start World War. That's how you start division in our own country. What is their outcome? What is the real outcome from the Democratic Party? What's the outcome they want to see when they talk all this stupid shit? Hunter Biden got caught being a freak. And when they found it, and when he was so stupid, he left his laptop at a repair shop and then go pick it up because he's high on fucking drugs. It's like he took cocaine to the White House and they won't admit that it was Hunter Biden's because they have a camera in every little inch of that place. That is what's up. So they get the laptop and Biden coerces 51 top intel agents to go on TV and lie and say once again, Russia, 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 Russia. And then we're supposed to have a good relationship with these people. I don't care what kind of government these other countries have as long as we can get along with them. If they want to be communist or they want to live under dictatorship, if they want to live in a socialist country like England, then they can. But we can still get along with them. But you're not going to get along with them when a political party of a certain nation, us, goes on TV on a daily basis and talks a bunch of stupid shit. Scott in the shot. You know, I don't like, you know what, I've always said it my whole life. I can get along with anybody, but you know who I don't like the most? I don't like people who talk shit and are pussies. I don't like shit talking pussies. And that is what the Democratic Party is. A bunch of shit talking pussies. You put one of them in prison, they're going to get beat up. You know why? Because they talk shit. And no real man wants to hear that kind of shit. You have a better chance at having peace with a dictator or somebody else, another tough guy, if they know exactly where you're coming from. I mean, for real. Right to their face, for real. You know, people, as a man, I've seen a lot of things in my life. I've seen guys get beat up by other guys. But you know what always stopped? The few times that there's something going on where the fight doesn't happen, it's because one guy's standing up to the guy going, fuck you, and the other guy's going, fuck you. And they have respect for each other because they have the balls to come out and be honest. It's about honesty, people. These Democrats are a bunch of behind the scenes, go around your back, screw you, and then they want to try to make a deal with you. I don't appreciate that kind of person. I don't like pussy behind the back talking shit mofos. You know what I'm saying? That is what's going on with all this tension in the world. It all started from the Democratic Party trying to give aid to other countries and attaching transgender crap with it. Do you think these other countries give a shit about? They can't even get they're trying to get their civilization up to our pace, and then they're getting told we'll loan you some money to help you out. We'll give you money, and then attach it. But you got to have a transgender opera, a transgender Sesame Street. You got to start giving people transgender surgeries. That is how fucked up this Democratic Party is. I mean, they're trying to push on to the rest of the world the same crap they've been trying to push on to us, and that is what's going to start a world war, people. It's not Donald Trump. It's the Democratic Party. Just like since he got in office again, everything he does is, he's a fucking dictator. He's Hitler. He's obviously not Hitler. But you got weak-minded people in this country that are just a bunch of fucking pussies that buy into that. Do you know what I'm saying? They buy into it because they're just a pussy. I've said it my whole life, people. I don't like fucking pussies. I don't like people who talk a bunch of shit and then there's a full-blown pussy. You know what I'm saying? Hiding behind or whatever they're hiding behind. But they talk a bunch of shit, but when you get in their face, they're like, oh. I mean, if you got the balls to say it, then have the balls stand by. It's like with that Russia hoax. Hillary Clinton and them, they still act like it actually happened. It's been proven beyond a reasonable doubt, period, that there was no Russia collusion with Donald Trump, and they're still whining it. They're still whining about the laptop. I mean, because they got caught. And they don't even have the goddamn common courtesy, respect to us, or the balls to say, yeah, it was a hoax. Plain and simple. I mean, Russia, no one. I'm surprised we're not at war with Russia ourselves. After all the crap these Democrats, they'd rather go to war with Russia than to acknowledge that Donald Trump won a fair election twice. What do you say? How do you combat that kind of fucking evilness and retardation? You tell me that, people. How do you combat that kind of shit? Hillary Clinton, Schumer, and the whole Democratic Party should be put in prison for that fucking hoax that they propagated upon the American people for 4 years. And then the Hunter laptop? How can 51 intel agents sit there and say that was Russia disinformation? And I mean, are these guys, are they intelligent? No, they are intelligent. They lied. They lied right to our face, and not one person's been held accountable for the Russia hoax, the Hunter laptop thing, but they're trying to put Donald Trump in prison for saying it's not true when it is true. Everything he said is true. Do you guys see where I'm coming from? These people are fucking whacked. I mean, the Democratic Party, these liberals, these freaks are the biggest pussies I've ever seen in my life. But they want our young men and women to go to war to fight for their fucking weird shit and their deceit to this country. They're the lies that they've been propagating upon our ears every goddamn day since Donald Trump came down that escalator. And I'm fed up with it. I am so tired of it. I mean, where's the firing squads at? That's how you stop that kind of shit, people. You take these public officials outside when they try to deceive our country and put us into war. They need to be shot, just like they were back in the day. That's my opinion. They need to be shot. Russia, Russia, Russia. Donald Trump's Hitler. I mean, give me a effing break. What kind of retard are they? They don't care about you, me, our families, or this country. Plain and simple. This is Scott in a shot, and I had to have a couple shots to get that out, man, because I'm tired of this crap. I didn't even need a couple shots to talk this shit. These people are whacked. And as soon as everybody realizes that all these problems we're having right now in this country, in the world, is all stems from the Democratic Party of the United States of America because they're a bunch of fucking losers. Scott in the shot. Scott the Great. Have a good one.